Good morning. It is May 11th at about 8 a.m. and it is 60 degrees outside right now. And I wanted to share what things look like 1 year later. This is what our garden looks like on the same day as it did last year. This year we have a lot of poppies, but not the same quality of poppies we had last year, but still a beautiful view. The rose is gorgeous this year. I don't know if you have been watching the other videos I've done on training this pretty in pink Eden climbing rose, but it has been such a journey to learn how to care for beautiful, gorgeous rose. A year later, though, things aren't looking quite as beautiful as they did at this point last year. Many of the foxgloves have finished their bloom season and are now going to seed. And keep in mind, I found foxglove blooming several months ago, so that really surprised me. The Shasta daisies are looking beautiful. I don't have any more bearded iris blooming at this point. The poppies appear to be really at the end of their cycle versus being in the early stages or mid stages of their cycle. The foliage is already turning silver, which tells me that they are already beginning to die back. I did have some irrigation problems earlier this year, and that may have contributed to the early demise of the plants. The lavender is starting to bloom and looking really good. Pretty soon, several of these plants are going to be teeming with bees. Behind it, last year I had sea lavender, and all of those died this winter, I think because I should have protected them and I didn't realize it. This year I picked up the Proven Winners Playing the Blue salvias and planted 3 in this space, so we'll see what that turns out like. A few weeks ago I transplanted the Blue Marvel salvias and they have taken to their new spot. Oh look, and the bees are finding it. Last year at this time I had just planted 3 osteospermums in this space, or African daisies, and they were gorgeous, but they died as soon as it got hot. I don't think this spot got enough water, so I've added more water to the space, and here I put the white swan echinaceas. Hopefully we'll do really well right here as well. Last year at this time I was talking about my vision for the space. I have petunias again this year, 3 different kinds instead of 1 single kind. The Lyrical White has come back beautifully, and the Purpurea echinacea is now towering above it, so I have that nice lift with the purple, white, and then soon to be pink here. And across the pathway is the beautiful returning Superbena Sparkling Amethyst. This really did return, and all but one of them have really thrived and are already in beautiful bloom. The other thing that's changed in the circle garden is this space. Last year it had Scarlet Ibis echinacea and the Lemon Coral Sedum. This year the Lemon Coral Sedum is here. I've added 1. I did not know that Lemon Coral Sedum bloomed. When it comes back the following year, you get this beautiful stalks of pretty yellow flowers. I did not know it would do that, and I am unsure as to whether or not I'm supposed to cut it off to keep it simple and compact. What I've also planted here about a month ago was a Loropetalum. My goal with this is to create more winter interest. The square area is coming along really nice. The osteospermum that I planted, or the African daisies, are looking really good. I did find out that I was supposed to cut it back, so it has kind of an ugly base. I did not realize that I was supposed to kind of have it flush back in the spring. So my mistake, user error. I did 2 colors of pansies in this area. The white swans are coming up from last year that I started from seed. And the first flush of blooms on the catmint is done. It has been covered in bees for over a month. The double play candy corn spirea looks like it took to its transplant. We have a lot of flowers forming. Unlike last year where there were large flower discs on it already, it is still coming, budding out, but I am hoping it'll be much happier in this position and have a healthier season than it did in its other location. Here in this corner, the Russian sage I put in the pot is looking like it's doing really well, and I'm hoping its drought tolerance makes it a better plant for the pot. The last of my garden here is on the east side of my house where I get the most shade in the afternoon. The Peruvian lily took well to its very severe transplant, and it actually has put on some flowers, so I'm looking forward to seeing it bloom. The begonias that I also transplanted with the ones that were already here are surviving the transplant. And then we have my clematis that is just in full glorious bloom. This was the one I bought last year through Proven Winners, and these flowers are gorgeous. They start off very dark in color, and then they age to these very like pinky, light pinky white color. The Let's Dance Big Band hydrangea has also taken to its transplant, and it has a whole bunch of buds on it. The last couple plants, Limelight hydrangea, still no flowers showing, no buds showing, but the plant is looking healthy and upright. And the azaleas are just finishing their bloom. And lastly is the Catalpa, which has tons of buds. We already have a bloom off of this beautiful little plant. These little guys have the most gorgeous flower. I think that pretty much does it for my mid-May update and comparison to what was done last year in the garden and what was blooming then and what is blooming now. Thank you for joining me for my garden journey.